Welcome to the deep dive. So when we talk about staying healthy as we get older, keeping that vitality up, a strong immune system is usually top of mind. We naturally think youth means, well, better defenses against getting sick. Who wouldn't want the immune system of a 20-year-old, right? It seems like the ideal. But get this, some new research is throwing a massive curveball into that whole idea. It's suggesting that holding on to certain parts of a youthful immune system later in life might actually, might not be the best thing. It could even up your risk for autoimmune diseases. Crazy, I know. So today, we're diving into this really fascinating kind of counterintuitive research from the Mayo Clinic. It really makes you rethink what we assume about aging and, how our bodies protect themselves. Our mission today is to unpack this paradox. Why is it that sometimes a bit of aging in the immune system is actually helpful, like the body's way of keeping things calm?
That's exactly it. For decades, really, scientists pretty much saw the aging immune system as just, wearing out. Slower, weaker, not great against infections, less responsive to vaccines, simple decline. But this new work, it really flips the script. It shows that this decline isn't just about losing function. It might actually be a kind of built-in protection, safeguarding us from our own defenses going rogue.
Wow, okay. That's a big shift in thinking. It still feels weird, though. How can something we see as positive, like a youthful immune system, turn into a problem? What exactly did the Mayo Clinic team find?
Well, the team, they focused on patients with something called giant cell arteritis. It's a pretty serious autoimmune condition. Basically, the immune system attacks the body's own arteries, leads to bad headaches, vision problems, even strokes sometimes. It's a good model because you can see the immune cells actively causing damage.
Okay, so they studied these patients, and what about their immune cells? I mean, based on the old thinking, you'd expect them to be slowing down, right?
Yeah.
Especially in older patients.
You would think so, wouldn't you? But that's the kicker. They found the opposite. Instead of showing that typical age-related slowdown, the immune cells in these patients actually showed unusually preserved functions. They were acting, younger than expected. And the problem wasn't the youthfulness itself exactly, but that it was maybe unchecked. These overly active cells, they don't always get the signal to stop. They keep fighting even when there's no real enemy and can end up attacking the body's own healthy tissues. That's likely contributing to the autoimmune disease.
Oh, okay. So it's like that overly eager guard dog ID sometimes hear. Great at chasing away threats, but maybe it gets confused and starts seeing friends or neighbors as threats too.
That's a really good analogy, actually. Captures it perfectly. You need the strength, but also the discrimination. Knowing friend from foe is crucial.
So why does that happen then? What's the mechanism behind these youthful acting cells turning, problematic?
Right, the mechanism. So as we age, our bodies naturally collect tiny changes. Little alterations in proteins, maybe some DNA modifications, normal wear and tear, you could say. Usually the immune system kind of mellows out with age. It learns to ignore these minor harmless changes, doesn't overreact. But in people where the immune system stays unusually youthful and intense, these superactive cells might mistake those normal age-related changes for something dangerous, like an invader, and then they attack.
That makes sense. So the slowing down is actually a feature, not just a bug.
In a way, yes. If we step back and rethink aging and immunity, look, it's absolutely still true that the immune system gets worse at fighting off new infections as we age. And vaccines don't work quite as well, but this research adds a layer. It suggests that some of that decline might be protective. It stops our own defenses from turning on us. Of course, we need to remember autoimmune diseases are super complex. Lots of things contribute, not just immune aging. Genetics, environment, many pieces to the puzzle.
Okay, this really does shift the perspective. So thinking practically, what does this mean for us? For, the whole field of anti-aging medicine that's trying to keep us younger for longer.
Yeah, it has pretty big implications. There's a lot of buzz around rejuvenating the immune system, trying to boost it back to a younger state. But this research shows we need to be really careful. If you boost everything, you might inadvertently increase the risk of autoimmunity. So future treatments, they'll need to find this delicate balance, enhance the good parts fighting infections without triggering self-attack. The Mayo Clinic team, actually, they're already working on this, trying to find ways to identify people who have these unusually preserved immune traits before they develop disease. The goal is prevention, spotting the risk early. Their latest study, I think it was published in 2025, is really pushing this forward.
It's fascinating stuff. But it makes me think, what about centenarians? People living past 100? We often hear they have quite resilient immune systems, maybe some youthful aspects even. If youthful immunity carries this risk, how come many of them don't seem to get these autoimmune problems? What's going on there?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, scientists aren't completely sure yet. It's a paradox. It's possible they have extra braking mechanisms, maybe specific genes or cellular pathways that keep even their youthful immune functions tightly regulated, preventing them from going overboard. Or perhaps it's a unique genetic lottery win combined with lifestyle factors we don't fully grasp yet. Whatever it is, studying their biology is really exciting. It might hold clues for therapies that give us the best of both worlds, strong protection without the autoimmune price tag. Still speculative, but definitely a hot area of research.
So wrapping this up, the main takeaway from our deep dive seems to be that staying forever young, at least immunologically speaking, maybe isn't the simple ideal we thought it was. Sometimes a bit of that natural aging process in the immune system is actually the body's clever way of keeping internal peace.
Exactly. And it leaves us with a really thought-provoking question, doesn't it, as we keep digging into the mysteries of aging. What other assumptions about being healthy or youthful might get turned on their head? What else will we discover that challenges how we think about health across our entire lifespan?